The digestive system is a body system that takes the food you ingest and chemically and mechanically breaks it down to allow your body to absorb the nutrients that it needs. Its functions include ingestion, digestion, propulsion, secretion, absorption, and elimination. The digestive system is composed of 10 organs. The digestive organs, which make up the GI tract that form a path from the mouth to the anus, and accessory organs, which are a part of but not connected to the GI tract, that assist with the digestion of materials. The digestive organs include the oral cavity, the pharynx, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, and the large intestine. The accessory organs include the teeth, which are in this area, the tongue, which is right here, the salivary glands, the liver, the gallbladder, and the pancreas.
The process of digestive system begins with smell. When you smell something delicious, it causes your mouth to water. The mouth waters because the salivary glands are being triggered and is producing saliva. When the food enters the mouth, it makes contact with the teeth, which breaks down the food into smaller pieces that can be swallowed. The pituitary glands produce purely saliva and also makes contact with the tongue, which in turn causes more saliva to be produced in order to create a lubricant for the food is passed through the esophagus. When the food enters the esophagus, it is pushed down into the stomach by contraction of the smooth.
Food enters the stomach and is churned and mixed with digestive fluids to break food down. Chemically, protein digestion occurs in the stomach where it's broken down hydrochloric acid and pepsin and other fluids. Food stays in the stomach about 3 to 4 hours and passes through another sphincter into the small intestine.
After digestion in the stomach, materials will move into the small intestine. Materials first enter the small intestine into the duodenum. This is the first part of the small intestine, which receives partially digested materials and prepares them for further chemical digestion by mixing them with chemicals produced by the liver and the pancreas. These materials will then enter the jejunum. This is the second part of the small intestine and the primary site of chemical digestion. Nutrient absorption also occurs in the jejunum. Nutrients are absorbed with the help of villi and microvilli that lines the intestinal wall. Materials will then move into the ileum. The ileum is the last part of the small intestine. Those nutrients and materials that may not have been absorbed in the jejunum will then be absorbed in the ileum. Materials will then enter the large intestine. In the large intestine, these materials are extracted of water. The water and other water-soluble products will then enter the bloodstream. After, materials will move into the rectum. The rectum is a holding area for undigested materials until waste leaves the body through the anus.
A common disease in the digestive system is called gastroesophageal reflux disease, also known as GERD. A person can develop this disease by it being genetic or being developmental. GERD occurs when stomach acid or bile frequently flows back into the tube connecting to your mouth and stomach, also known as the esophagus. This backwash of acid can irritate the lining of your esophagus. In a normal digestion, the lower esophageal sphincter, LES, opens to allow food to pass into the stomach and closes to prevent food and acidic stomach juices from flowing back into the esophagus. Gastroesophageal reflux occurs when the LES is weak or relaxes inappropriately, allowing the stomach's content to flow up into the esophagus. Some symptoms that occur with GERD are burning chest pain, difficulty swallowing, dry cough, hoarseness or sore, regurgitation of food or sour liquid, sensation of a lump in your throat. Doctors may diagnose GERD with 3 main tests: esophageal pH monitoring, endoscopy, and manometry. Individuals may prevent GERD by losing weight, avoiding food that causes reflux, eating smaller meals, not lying down after eating, elevating the bed, quit smoking, and wearing loose-fitting clothing. Treatments for GERD are lifestyle changes, dietary changes, surgery, and prescription strength medications.